Hey there, it's Melanie Sobosinski. So, I know you've probably heard me talk about my thyroid issues before. So, if you're in this, I'm exercising, I'm eating right, but my thyroid is getting in the way. And I had my labs drawn, and my doctor said everything's fine. If you are in this constant state of aggravation, as I have once been, to where the signs and symptoms were there and the labs were normal, and nothing I was having, none of my issues had anything to do with my thyroid, so said the doctor. So it can be very frustrating. It can be a roller coaster of emotions just having a thyroid issue as it is, because it can be very complicated from person to person. So we get this like, oh, we have hypothyroidism. Quick story, quick backstory. I had hyperthyroidism. Radioactive iodine into hypothyroidism. Pretty much no thyroid function whatsoever. That's where I'm at today. I will be hypothyroid from now until forever. Medication dependent? Maybe not always, okay? There's always another way. Not telling you to get off your medication. What I'm saying is this constant state of aggravation where we're gaining weight because we have thyroid issues. And men and women, the same, can have thyroid issues. But we're constantly going on a freaking diet and working out like a mad horse to try to lose the weight. This yo-yo dieting, what I call it, and this diet mentality that we always need to go on a diet to lose weight is causing us more harm than good with thyroid issues, and in some other cases too. It's not always a calories in, calories out, or you need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. That's bullshit, especially when you have a thyroid issue. How many of you have either gone on a diet this year or in the past and have lost weight, and then within about 6 months or so, you've gained it back, right? You just gain it back. You've done the calorie counting, the calorie deficit, the working out, the making sure that you're, the in and out is you're not taking in as much in calories as you're putting out in your work, whatever it is. I don't even know, because I don't even give a crap about it anymore. Like, you're not supposed to eat more than what you're expending in energy. Right? Work out because it's good for you. Eat food that's good for you. When you've got a thyroid issue, it's going to work against you if you are constantly going on a freaking diet. And if you're constantly going into calorie deficit, right? Your body knows how much it's supposed to be eating, and it knows what it's supposed to have. And this is called your body weight set point. We go into that in details in this program that I've created, because to me, the frustration and the feeling of failure that we get every time we go on a diet that doesn't work, they don't work. There might be a hormonal imbalance going on. And if it's a thyroid issue, yes, that's your hormonal imbalance. I've got this little thing over here, 73% of people who diet and lose it regain a minimum of 10 pounds. At least once in their life. Some of them go through this cycle about 20 times. Remember, I talked about the diet cycle and ending the diet cycle and all this stuff. What happens when we do this, when we go in this calorie deficit and we deprive our bodies of certain things that it needs, hormones don't know what in the hell is going on. They have WTF moments. And it places extra stress on our bodies and our hormones. So when you've already got a thyroid issue to begin with, which is a hormonal issue, right? That affects a lot of other hormones. When you've already got a hormonal issue, this dieting places extra stress on it, which then causes you to fail on your diet. So you fall off the wagon. No wagon to fall off of. Just stop. You fall off. You think you fall off. You think you failed. And you go through this cycle again. And you jack up some more hormones. All the while, your labs are coming back just great. But you're not losing weight. You're exercising. And you're eating right, labs are normal. So what in the heck do you do? Let me just tell you something. Your thyroid plays such an important role in your metabolic function. There's these two little things called T3 and T4, and when we restrict our calories, it reduces the T4 to T3 conversion, slowing the metabolism. Crazy, right? Right? Wait, I only get my TSH tested. Get a couple more things tested. Request that from your doctor. So T3 is in charge of pretty much every cell and function in your body. And meaning brain function, your bowel movements, You know how I am about gut health and poop. Your energy level. So this is where these symptoms of hypothyroidism come in when we're doing these things, when our thyroid is already off balance and we're making it even more off balance by going on and off a diet 500 times a year. We have brain fog. We're constipated. We're low in energy. We feel depressed. We get put on medication for depression instead of focusing on what the real issue is, which is your thyroid. So when your doctor says you're overweight, your BMI is off the charts, that's a BMI's bullshit. I'll do that another day. We're going into this chronic dieting. Like your doctor's telling you need to lose weight, so what do? You go on a diet. Maybe that's not what you need. Maybe what you need is to address the chronic dieting, kick the diet mentality to the curb, understand what this body weight set point is for you, because it's different for everybody else, and work on that. How do you do that? Well, I work on it in my Balance 360 program. There's other ways that people can find out what works for them. But when your body is given what it is needed, when you give your body what it needs, I say this all the time, it is such a smart machine and it does what it's supposed to do. So this ideal weight set point is this weight range that your body knows it's supposed to be. And when it's in that range, it functions so much better without even going on a diet. This dieting mentality and this dieting culture that we're in is fucking us up more than we realize it. Especially if you're already dealing with adrenal fatigue, thyroid issues, low blood sugar issues, like what other hormone issue do you want? Like insulin resistance, like all these things. Dude, it doesn't require you to go on another freaking diet. It requires you to find out what your body actually needs and give it what it needs. I have been dealing with thyroid issues for over 25 years. So please don't tell me that if you have an overactive thyroid, you cannot lose weight. You can, but you don't need to go on a diet. You need to find what works right for your body. You need to find your blueprint. You need to understand what your body needs. And it doesn't need another diet. And please don't get so discouraged, because I can remember when I found a different doctor. When I had a medical assistant call me and say, I poured my heart out in that doctor's office visit to the MA, to the doctor, and said, this is all these symptoms I'm having. I feel like I'm losing my mind. My life is crashing down before me. I think it's my thyroid. Hey, your labs are normal. The doctor says nothing has to do anything with your thyroid, so go see another doctor and find out what it is. Thanks. Thanks for being supportive and in my corner, buddy. You're fired. Remember, you hire and fire your doctor. He works for you. He, she works for you. So make sure they're in your corner and they're not giving you rude answers like that. Go on. Didn't see that doctor again. When we address this chronic dieting, we get to this point where we understand that the weight and that number on the scale is not the true indicator of health. The true indicator of health is how you feel, how your energy levels are, how your stress levels are, how your sleep is. Those are huge. And when you're depriving your body of things with yo-yo dieting, those things are going to be way off, even more off than they are when you're just fighting a thyroid issue. So I'm hoping that this is something that has helped you. I'm hoping this is something that has sparked a fuel for you to do maybe some more research or ask your doctor some more questions, or understand that you're not wrong for not being able to lose weight, because sometimes depriving our bodies of certain nutrients, not good. Exercising until we're blue in the face, not good. These things are tenfold not good when you already have an existing issue that you're trying to balance. So you probably don't need another meal plan or another calorie restriction or another 90-day workout plan where yes, working out is great for you. Don't ever get me wrong on that one. But if it is not fun and you are not doing it because it's something that makes you feel good, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Plain and simple. So please don't ever think that I'm thinking like, hey, don't just go ahead and eat whatever the heck you want, because there's certain things that need to be possibly limited, eliminated, things like that for certain issues that we have. But there is help for this chronic yo-yo dieting and thyroid problems where we are just not seeing results. Trust me, there's hope. So share this with someone that you're like, hey, I just talked to someone the other day that has the same thing, and like, you would be surprised how many people have thyroid issues or have undiagnosed thyroid issues, and they just, like, the dieting is not helping, not only with thyroid issues but many other things. True health is going to start from the inside out. True health does not start with the amount of calories that you are restricting or bringing yourself to. True health does not start with the size jeans you wear. True health does not start with the freaking number on the scale. None of that shit defines you. None of it does. So if you've been letting it define you for the past, I'm going to go 34 years for myself, I let it happen. If you're letting that define you, stop. And if you have a thyroid issue, understand that there are ways to find out what works for you. So don't stop with, hey, you need to lose weight and exercise, and that's what it is. Like, I get it, it's frustrating. There's a way to become unfrustrated and jump off that roller coaster. Or if you want to ride the roller coaster, ride it with your arms up and have fun. Because the emotional roller coaster that comes along with having a thyroid issue and getting so frustrated with trying to do these things over and over again hurts here, and it hurts here, right? And then it makes us feel like we're never going to see the end of the line here with this thyroid issue. Some cases are more complicated than others, but just know that you can find a resolution to it. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for hopping on. If you found value in this, please feel free to let me know. Share the love with other people and send me a message. I'd love to talk more about this with anybody, especially if you have, you've been down this road and you're like, yeah, I know. This is how I've helped it. That's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day, and we will chat later.